How you doing, everybody? Here with you. Sunday, February 7th, Super Bowl and basketball report. I'm going to get to that free play for you in just 1 minute. Well, it's finally here, the big day, the day most of you have been waiting for. Like a kid on Christmas morning, Super Bowl Sunday, the most overanalyzed game of the year. It's finally here, the 2-week build-up. Now, something to consider. This is a game for investors that really doesn't have any value. It's a game probably with less value than most games on a Saturday or a Sunday. But that being said, is it a game we look to win? Absolutely. Is it a game that we win most of the time? Without a doubt. 16 out of our last 17 Super Bowl winners. 3-0 last 3 years on the Super Bowl, with Arizona last year, plus those 7 points. The Giants getting 12 or 13 in 2008. We had them plus the points and on the money line and also under the total. Indianapolis in 2007. Let's talk about 2010, where we're 124, 93 and 2. Since the beginning of the year, in the basketball, the NFL, and the Bowls, closing the bowl season on a 12-4 run, hitting 12 out of our last 16 bowl plays, all double play rated releases, picking up 36 net units of profit in that time period, winning 21 out of our last 33 days, and we're 141, 111, and 5 in basketball in the last 48 days, 48 out of our last 72 winning days, picking up 85 net units of profit. Long-term winning, short-term winning. Winning on NBA, college, NFL, college bowls, sides, and totals. That being said, let's talk a little about today's Super Bowl, give you some things to consider. Highest total ever on a Super Bowl going today at 57. Game open around 55, been bet up to 57. Something else to consider. 32 out of the last 43 Super Bowls have been decided by at least a touchdown, 7 points or more. And 21 out of the last 43 Super Bowls have been decided by at least 14 points. In this year's NFL playoffs, the straight-up winners in all games are 9-1 against the spread. Now, New Orleans, 7-1 against the spread the last 2 years against the AFC. Indianapolis, 12-4 this year straight up in games Peyton Manning started, and they're 7-1 against the spread on the road. All this being said, for every 2 or 3 trends you can make one way, there's probably 3 or 4 more you can make another. Like I always say, stats, trends, systems, angles, power ratings, all that stuff's built into the line. We have some phenomenal information on today's game. I feel very good that we're going to win this game for you today. Come through for you. I love the basketball we have today. Last week, 27-16, picking up 11.5 units in net profit. A little bit behind the 8 ball this week, but like I've said, it's the overall picture that matters. We're not going to win every day. We're not even going to win every week. But you know what? We're going to continue to grind along. Continue to grind along to give you winning information that's not backed into the line, which gives us line value, and then we're going to manage your money properly. Lost a few games yesterday, had some totals, went to overtime, some unders that went to overtime, nothing you can do about it. Lost a few games by a point here or there, nothing you can do about it. I've talked about luck before, but you know what? In the end, the luck's going to even out, and I love the way this card shapes up today. I love the way the Super Bowl looks. I'm going to get to that free play for you right now. We're going to go to a 12 o'clock game in the NBA. We got a Sacramento team coming into Toronto, an early start, a very early start for a very young West Coast-based team. Now, Toronto's a major party city for the NBA stops, especially for these young guys. We look for Sacramento to have an off night shooting, and Toronto to come down a little bit after they've scored at least 100 points in their last 3 games and over 110 in 2 out of the last 3, shooting over 50% from three-point land. And being we know for a fact that Sacramento was out partying last night. We look for them to be a little groggy. It's going to feel like 9 o'clock for them with that 12 o'clock Eastern time start. We look for that game to be nowhere near that posted total of 215, a very generous number, but I love the way the rest of the day shapes up, love the way the Super Bowl shapes up, and you know what? I'll be right back here tomorrow, Monday, with another winning report.